Hello.
Hello, Joshua.
What's going on here?
Nate is giving me a massage.
This is Nate.
I'm giving him a deep tissue massage.
Yes. Ooh, a little bit of a bottom.
So I'm just warming up his tissue, getting into his lower trap and rhomboids especially.
Cool.
Working through his whole lower back.
And that's going to help sort out the shoulder business, all that nerve damage, eh, Darren?
Yeah, fuck yeah. Every time I come and get a massage from Nate, I try and train shoulders or chest and triceps afterwards because they're the affected muscle group, and back a little bit, but mainly those three. And I feel a lot looser and I get better contractions. So it makes me feel a lot better about those trainings because it's a bit demoralising going to the gym and not feeling anything.
Yeah. So Nate's Instagram will be in the description box as well if you guys want to hit him up for some massages.
I'm only here for 5 weeks though.
5 more weeks. Get in.
Oh, that's
Get in
bad.
quick. Yo, what's going on?
What's up, guys? Just finished up my massage with Nate. Feeling a bit looser now. I've been trying to see him twice a week now because I just really want to get back into training, lifting some heavy fucking weight. Honestly, it's been so frustrating. But as Josh said earlier, ASOX Massage Therapy's link will be in the description box below. So if you're in the Palmerston North or Wellington area, hit Nate up. He's only in the country for how long, bro? Like
5 weeks.
Yeah, 5 more weeks.
Yeah.
So get in, tell him that we hooked you up. He'll give you a little discount probably. Sorry, Nate. But yeah, today we're going to talk to you about living a busy lifestyle and still following your nutrition goals, basically. Is that right?
Yeah, and training goals.
And
too.
training goals,
Just like
yeah.
optimizing your progress. Like, yeah, because I mean, things can take 10 weeks, but if you're not utilizing every last minute to try reach that goal of like weight loss or muscle gain, then that 10 weeks can turn into 20 type thing. And
Like,
that usually happens with a lot of people.
personally, when I first started bodybuilding, I got diagnosed with diabetes, and that's when I decided, that's the last straw. I'm doing things properly from here. Even though it was nothing I did myself, I just used that as a reason to start off fresh. Before that, I used to be like most people probably are watching this video, like I'd train enough times a week to be beneficial, but even my training wasn't progressive. I'd go in there and lift what I felt comfortable lifting that day, and my food was definitely not like, I'd try and eat healthy, what I thought was healthy with no education behind myself. I definitely wasn't optimizing my progression, as you're saying, especially. And one thing I used to always use as an excuse is I'm too busy. Meal prep and all that stuff just seemed like such a big deal to me to do.
Or even, sorry, just to add in there, people prioritize having fun over their actual goal.
Exactly. So
they kind of draw their their attention to the wrong things.
As a student growing up here,
but sometimes not even drinking, because I mean, I find myself doing this too. Like if someone says, "Oh, let's go for a longboard," or "Let's go for a coffee," and I kind of need a train, I'll probably prioritize like just hanging out with a mate over it, and then I'll just be like, "Oh yeah, I'll go train later." But the thing with that is that if your mind's set on training and then you prioritize something else over your training, even though you get that training in later in the day, you still prioritize something else over your training, which is not the goal. Your goal should be, and I mean, everyone's different. I mean, for us, because we're both in bodybuilding fanatics, our goals need to be on progressing every day, every week, every year.
I mean, and
so that's the only way it's going to happen.
You're pretty right, man. I don't know if the switch has been flipped in my head like I just said when I got diagnosed, but I just became the complete opposite. Like I was living in Party Street here in Palmerston North. All my friends were going out, 3 times a week, which is the lifestyle I was used to. And learning how to say no to your friends, and learning how to say no to your partner when she wants to go out for dinner, learning how, lots of things, man. It's, if you want to succeed in anything, you have to be willing to make sacrifices, and it doesn't matter if it's losing weight or if it's earning money or if it's smashing out your studies. You have to be able to say no to shit to progress, because if you just keep doing everything just to enjoy yourself all the time, you can still have those times, but you need to earn it. Like if you wanted a cheat meal, say, if we put it in a diet sense, just say you dieted hard for 3 weeks and you didn't once get off, there was a reason to have it. You might be able to treat yourself if that's what you have to do, but don't just say, "Oh, I feel like a burger, so now," and you give in every time, because most people can't get over the first hurdle to get to the next hurdle. But anyway, back to the point of what this video is about. Honestly, preparation is the first one. So know what you need to be eating early and then get it all ready. So just say you're working the whole day the next day, and you know what your meals need to be, and you know that you're not going to be able to cook and eat those meals while you're working. You need to make time the night before and prep all those meals so that they're ready to go. Or get up early enough so you've got time to cook the meals the day of. I've got so many clients and so many friends that always say that, I'm so busy, I'm blah, blah, blah. And I've watched them sit around doing nothing for a couple hours. So that to me, that doesn't fly as an excuse, if you get what I mean. Secondly, is the main thing, especially with males, is getting protein in. So if you have to, just take shakes all the time. I mean, there's protein bars, protein cookies, protein...
a lot of convenient options.
Yeah, a lot of convenient options if you do choose that way. I mean, there's like shredded chicken at the deli. I mean...
And that's only for like the minor exception of people. Like, not many people have such little time on their hands that they have to just quickly grab a shake. Like, people can prepare. They usually lie to themselves or try and make the easy way out. Like, real food is obviously number one. Like, we're not saying just smash back some shakes and shit to get your protein in, but meal prep only takes, really, let's say, a couple of hours on a Sunday, and then that's your food prepped for 4 days. That's all it takes. And honestly, I mean, people love to make excuses to be like,
put the oven on, turn it up, let it preheat, and then you can cook like a kilo of meat in like 20 minutes tops. I mean, and people, the other excuse I hear is it's so expensive. And I'm like, you're going out and buying a $4 block of chocolate, you're buying a fucking box of beers 3 times a week in a tinny and a packet of smokes, whatever the fuck you want to do. I mean, that's costing a lot more money. Convenience foods are a lot more expensive. Look at the supermarkets, look at the butchers, and literally you can find every part of your diet at different places. And don't be like, oh yeah, well that takes fucking petrol to do this. If you're looking for something you wanted, you'd drive all those places anyway, you know? People need to stop making excuses and start prioritising their goals, is what I guess I'm trying to say. Because at the end of the day, when, you pull out of another thing you've said to everybody you're going to do, you're the one that looks like a quitter, you're the one that looks like an idiot, and you're the one that feels shit about it. Getting over that first step, like I said before, is the hardest thing. When you stick to something for a little bit and you can actually think back and know that you genuinely earned what you've just worked hard for, every other time is easier because you know what that feeling's like now. But if you're used to just doing something for 5 minutes and then fucking it up or cheating or failing, that's the only feeling you're used to. So you just do it again and you keep telling yourself, oh, I can't do this, I can't do this. But it's really just excuses, because if it was a life and death situation, you'd put the extra 5 minutes effort in to do it, Just say, if it was your partner leaving you and you're in an ultimatum situation, she meant heaps to you, you would make the sacrifice to do what you needed to do. Same as if your friends were like, hey, you're being a dick, like, you need to change. You would make those changes because you don't want to lose your friends. It's the same with your health, but people just, like, the satisfaction from eating something bad lasts, 20 seconds? And then pretty much afterwards, the guilt starts for most people. The feeling of actually doing something, succeeding at it, lasts for ages. It's almost like a drug. Like, the high you get from it is so deeply emotional, I can't even explain it. And when if you're up there, especially if we're talking about bodybuilding stage, for instance, if you're up there and you've cheated your diet, if you've missed the training, you've missed the cardio, and you don't place as well as you like, deep down, you can blame your coach, you can blame everyone in your life, you can blame the fact that your friends made you do this and it was your sister's birthday last week and all the shit you want, but deep down whose fault it is. It's your own fault, because the next prep you're going to be saying all these things like, this time it's different, I'm going to stick to it why are you changing all these things? Because it was your fault. Another thing is, like, with training especially, I've noticed, I've got no one to train with, or my friends or the gym's too busy, or I couldn't find a park, or, there's a lot of excuses around training too. Training, it's real easy for, probably us, because we love it. But for other people, training's the hard part of it. Again, same as going to work, it's just something you've got to do. If you're not enjoying it, find a way to enjoy it. Do it. There's so many different ways to exercise. There shouldn't be an excuse with that. If your coach has got you doing stuff that you don't enjoy at the gym, talk to your coach and I'm sure he'll change that. What do you reckon, Av? Because Av over there, when she first started, she was pretty much in the same kind of lifestyle as me. Not drinking all the time, eating convenience foods, spending a lot more money on just doing all this sort of stuff with no goal in mind. And then when she decided to prep for a show, I've never seen someone, I might be a little bit biased, but sticks to something. It was almost obsessive, like would not cheat it one bit. So what do you reckon about it? Like, how do you feel about what I'm talking about?
You're correct.
Well said.
I know, yeah, if you want it bad enough, you'll make time out of your day to
because
sort out.
Ev was working a full-time job, studying full-time, prepping for shows, which she won 2 overalls in her first 2 shows and then got second in a class of 8 at nationals, and she just got criticised for being too lean. She would prioritise her training and her cardio and her eating over everything, including me, probably. Which I'm not saying is what you need to do, but I'm just saying, like,
you can do it if you really put your mind to it.
Yeah, I mean, she did it doing all those other things, as well as having to balance her friends and her family and that, and living between cities. You know, like, that's what I'm saying. And not only did she do all those things, she did them all to the highest standard possible. So if people are going to say they don't have time, well, fuck, ow, you know.
Hard.
But again, at the end of the day, we can only show you the door, as the old saying goes. You're the one that has to walk through it, because, yeah, I guess this rant's about people just need to stop making excuses.